This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shade 45.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Yeah, Sway in the morning, Shade 45. We are live too, Brandy.
We are live.
We are live.
Hello.
Two things.
Be on point.
Number one, in case you don't realize it, this woman has won Grammy Awards and American Music Awards, Billboard Music Awards, has sold over 40 million albums.
Wow. Oh, cool.
Pause right there.
That deserves a pause right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She's been a star since she was a child, and for I don't know how she's done it. But actually, I do know how she's done it. Talent always prevails.
Yep.
And she has always sustained a certain level of prestige in the game. Been through some ups and downs.
A lot.
She's
a lot
human.
of ups and downs.
A lot.
You know, and she shared them with us, and we watched her prevail through it all. And she's here with us today to talk about our new series. It's called Zoe Ever After. Welcome, Brandy Norwood.
Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I was thinking about you because I was watching. First of all, I really like this show. I saw the pilot.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah, and
Yes, you got some power.
Well, you know, Brandy. You know, me too. I've been doing this for a second. I know some folks over at BET. Dorian is co-starring in it.
Dorian Missick, yes.
Yes.
It's a dream come true to have another sitcom at 36 on BET, and it's a ride. It's been great. I can't wait for everybody to see it.
It's funny.
It's funny? You
it's
like
really
it?
funny. Like when I was watching the pilot, the first episode, and it kind of explains who you are. You're a woman, a young woman who's going through a divorce.
Yes. Very new divorce.
New divorce.
Yes.
And you mentioned that throughout the whole episode.
Yes.
And you're trying to find your rhythm, trying to find your pattern. You got a son you share with Dorian's character.
Absolutely.
And he's an ex-champion, a boxing champ. Mm-hmm. And, everywhere he goes, people give him praise, but he's always infiltrating your life, right?
Absolutely. He doesn't want to let me go, and which is understandable. It's a relationship that's been going on for 20 plus years.
Yep.
And so we first loves. So for Zoe, it's just about coming out of the shadow of being with a famous boxer and tired of that lifestyle and wants to live her own dream.
Yeah.
And I can relate to that.
How can you relate to that?
I can relate to that because just recently, all of my dreams are starting to come true again. And so it feels good to be motivated and driven, and you have a reason to live and to push forward. And of course, my son and my daughter, I have a daughter,
you have a daughter,
13-year-old daughter. And, just to be an example of just striving and being the best you.
Yeah. Brandy said, you smell great. What is that?
Thank you. I just put something on up in the green room.
Okay,
little oil.
Good aroma.
Thank you.
You know what I'm curious about? How are your dreams today different from your dreams when we first were introduced to you?
Well, in the beginning, no one knows you, and you have reasons to be successful, which is just to be popular or for people to just know your name. Mm-hmm. But now, for me, it's about sharing, and it's about really giving back and service. It's a different thing. When you're young, it's all about you. But now it's not really about me. It's really about the people that have been with me for such a long time.
That's interesting.
Being an inspiration.
Being an inspiration. That's great. I was thinking about something LL Cool J once said to a friend of mine. It's nothing like finding that, it's nothing like that last hit. It's nothing like having another hit. Mm-hmm. And you've been through so many TV shows, and what goes on behind the scene, though, in the mind of an actress who is constantly searching, and you reached so many heights in your career. Thank you. And to not have a show when you don't have that show, what is that like?
I mean, it doesn't feel good because your gifts and sharing and acting and singing, that's just a part of what I do, and you don't feel fulfilled when that's not popping. So for me, I just never wanted to give up. I never gave up. I just kept trying to do what I needed to do, and pretty soon things started to change for me. Yeah.
What are some other things that maybe folks wouldn't realize that Brandy is good at? Because a lot of times I've heard we shouldn't like identify ourselves with our job, but just like different character traits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I think I share my life pretty much all the time. I play tennis, which is something that I love. Like I feel like if I was younger, I would have definitely tried to go pro.
Okay.
And I love to read, and I love to follow a certain routine. I'm pretty disciplined.
Oh,
so.
like a morning routine?
A morning routine, yes.
You OCD?
A little bit.
A little bit OCD?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I looked that up like last week because people kept telling me I was a little bit OCD, and I didn't really know what it was. And I looked it up. I was like, I see it a little bit.
That might
Not
be
a
you.
lot. Not a lot.
You haven't been in any controversy lately that I know of, at least.
Thank God.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
That's great.
Does that take an effort? Like, isn't it an effort not to be in the middle of, because it's so easy to become in a headline. You've been in a few headlines.
Yes. No, I don't think it's difficult. I just mind my own business, and I do what I have to do, and I stay out of trouble.
You stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
And you do it while smelling good. Brandy's here. I'm going to open up the phone lines, 888-742-3345, and we're going to do a little celebrity wire.
Yeah, and somebody has unfortunately been sentenced to 8 years behind bars.
Damn, let's take them back. Brandy giving them face on this show. Zoe Ever After premiering January 5th on BET. Brandy is here. Your acting is, and I was thinking when I was watching the episode, I was like, her comedic timing is really on point. But it has always been on point because when you guys did Moesha, when you think back, you just you hit the ground doing comedy, right?
Yeah, it's so interesting because I never dreamt of being an actress. I never wanted to be an actress. I always just wanted to be a singer. So when I had the opportunity to do Moesha, it like groomed me for comedy and timing, and it just worked out. And I loved doing Moesha. And Zoe it reminds me a little bit of Moesha. It's like Moesha all grown up. I think if Moesha became an adult, she would be Zoe.
She would be Zoe.
She would be Zoe.
With the baby and dating the ex-boxer. So it's been 3-4 years since you put out music, really?
I know.
Yeah. So
it's time. It's time.
So what are we doing?
I'm getting it together, Sway. I really am getting it together. My fans right now are really mad at me because they're expecting me to come out with an EP soon, and I'm really working it out.
But you got a Christmas project.
Yes, I'm on the MBK Christmas Album. MBK is the management team that I'm with, Jeff Robinson, and it's a lot of great artists on that album. So you guys pick that up. Yeah. That's great. So
Gabby Wilson's on it, and I believe she's from Oakland.
Hey.
Yes, shout out to Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby's talented. I always bump into her on the plane.
Yeah,
she's been up here a few times too. So you're gonna work on new music, right?
Yes, I am. I have to.
You know everyone, like everybody. Who wouldn't want to get in the studio with you? Like, who would you like to work with?
I would love to work with Rodney again.
Okay.
I would love to work with Timbaland. And it's a new producer that I really admire right now that I'm looking forward to work. I don't want to say no because I don't want everybody to be gone. I don't want to
snatching your dude. So Brandy, when you're in the studio, is there ever any type of like inner conflict between deciding, do I make music that I know my fans want, or do I make music that's really cathartic for me? Because a lot of times if an artist experiments, like I remember when Kanye did 808s and Heartbreak, and it was such a left turn from what we had seen him do. And a lot of his core fans were like, bro, what is this?
Right.
But I loved it because he's an artist at the end of the day before a product.
Right.
So
that's always been a struggle for me because I've always wanted to give my fans what they want and what they deserve, but I want to feel like I'm giving it all I have for me as well, because that's my way to express myself. That's the best way I can express myself is through my music. So if it's not true to me, it doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right. And then nowadays the fans will pick you apart for it if it ain't true to you.
And they can pick up on it when it's not.
When it's not, right?
They picked at me a few times when it hasn't been true.
Yeah, I'm trying not to go there, man. It's a new day.
Listen, Sway.
It's a new day.
I'm ready for you. I know what you do sometimes.
Okay, but you got, when it comes to you and Ray, I always show y'all, the utmost respect.
I appreciate that.
Because people always try to show the other thing,
Right.
And there's so many dimensions to who you are. Brandy is here. We got Isaiah on the line from Virginia. Isaiah, what up?
Isaiah.
Hey, Tracy. Hey, Brandy.
Hey, Isaiah.
Hey, what's going on? I'm a big fan. I love everything you do.
Thank you.
And I see you did your thing at the Soul Train Awards.
You like that?
I love it. Brandy, I had a crush on you since day one.
Oh, he had a crush on you.
You got a crush on me.
Yeah. You ever been to Virginia?
Yeah, I've been to Virginia a few times. I haven't been lately though.
Okay.
Hey, Isaiah, man, you got to do that on your own time, man. I mean, you got a question for Brandy? Get out of here, Isaiah. I'm sorry, man. He's picking up on you. I want a better question. Nadine is in Virginia Beach. Nadine.
Hey.
What's up?
Nadine.
Say hello to Brandy.
Hi, Brandy.
How are you?
Morning, crew. Good. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
I was just calling because excited about your new show and your future endeavors, and this is definitely your time and your season.
Thank you.
So
Thank you for saying
what
that.
you're doing, and I just love how, I know you don't like reality TV shows, but I love how you pull your brother and snap him back.
I got to. I'm big sis.
As a big sister, exactly.
Yes.
But just keep being positive and just being motivated and encouraged and keep doing Brandy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you calling.
Okay, don't forget to watch the show January 5th
10 p.m.
on BET, and then look out for that Christmas album as well. Brandy, we need you to join us for Celebrity Wire.
Okay.
You ready?
You know
look on her face.
love
I
celebrity
would put my
drama,
headphones
Don't ask
on.
me a question like that. I'm not biting.
especially when it's caught on camera.
No! Don't shut me up!
It's time for Celebrity Wire on Sway in the Morning
Oh, God, here we go.
on Shade 45.
All right, Tracy G, what you got?
Oh, man, Young Thug. What a year 2015 has been for him. It's just been, like, littered with all of this controversy, and this is how we're going to end it. We're going to end the year with the mother of his child cursing him the hell out on Instagram.
Okay.
So she put up a rather long post. She said, "Let me make this shit clear, ho boy." Yup, it's right there, Brandy. "You never took care of mine. You just started a year and a half ago. I always took care of Amari. Nigga, before the fame I did for you. Fuck you talking about still." And she said, "What's $1,000 a month? Nothing. That don't amount to shit, period. No doctor bills, no dentist bills, no nothing. Fuck you."
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
No kissy face at the end.
That's not the way to handle it if you're not getting the proper child support from the baby's father. You know, I have a child and I pay child support, but I've always been on time, Brandy.
Right. That's good.
Yeah, you know, and I've always tried to put out extra money too for my child. You know. But if
that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what I'm supposed to do, right? I'm the father.
Don't brag about that.
But yeah, right.
Exactly. Brag about what you're supposed to do. Right.
You know, Brandy, I'm there for my child, Brandy. That's not how you handle it, right? Like if somebody's not paying on time, you don't go to Twitter and do all that social media. Do you?
No, I don't do that.
You don't do
I wouldn't give that advice.
Yeah.
I just think that that's a personal matter that should stay behind closed doors.
Because that's what we've been seeing. Like people use social media before they reach for a phone.
Yeah. I mean, that's the time we live in. You know, I'm just glad that I don't do that because
exactly
because it would be a lot.
It'd be the ugly, yeah. Make the headlines. You know, your TMC's favorite. All right, what else you got, Trace?
Okay, something positive.
Thank
Zendaya, you know, very socially conscious starlet, and she's on the cover of Complex magazine. They're calling her one of the women that's got next for 2016.
Yes.
And she was giving her thoughts on being a role model. And it's not necessarily something that she feels she should claim, but she has a positive spin on it. She said this. She said, "Of course, I feel like I should have a responsibility, but like Tupac, I'm a real model, not a role model, which means I'm not pretending to be something that I'm not, because like he said, people are going to be disappointed when they find out who you are because it's not going to be what you presented to the world. So I just try to keep it real, and I'm a good kid at the end of it all."
I like her, and she too is from Oakland, Brandy.
Yeah, and she was going on, they were asking her about Miley Cyrus because, you know, when Miley was first fashioned growing up, people were really making her into a role model. That was the pocket that she was within. And then obviously she shed that old skin and people were shocked.
Right.
And Zendaya was saying the reason why we shouldn't expect that from her is because she learned self-awareness at a very early age. So she was comfortable in her skin.
In her skin, yeah.
Yeah.
You were one of the first childhood stars that we knew, you know.
Yeah.
Did you have that pressure? Did you feel that pressure?
I did because my persona was perfection.
Yeah.
And so when I did make mistakes, it was crazy because I was I was known to be someone that didn't make mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's really hard because in life, that's what you do. You make mistakes to learn and to grow. And I just didn't really have the space to grow the way I really wanted to grow.
Yeah. And now you're...
And it's really hard to grow up in the limelight. So, especially being a role model.
Yeah.
Because automatically you become an example. You become someone that people watch and look up to.
You can't take that drink at the club without worry that people going to see you.
Not before 21.
Not before 21.
Nope,
You
no
can't do it.
sexting.
Or not at 21.
You can't smoke a J, you know.
No.
And you in Cali. How you not going to smoke a joint if you live in Cali?
I don't smoke joints.
Good.
So don't even try it.
Okay.
Don't even try it. I don't smoke
Let
joints.
them know.
Okay,
And on
Brandy.
that note, really quick, if you watch Love and Hip Hop, particularly the New York edition, they're about to lose one of their major stars, and that is Mendeecees Harris.
No.
Married to Yandy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not a no, it's a yes. He was sentenced to 8 years behind bars, 97 months. He pleaded guilty to drug trafficking charges. This happened back in April, so they've been preparing for this decision. Originally, his bail was at $600,000. That's what he's been free on. He was allowed to pay restitution of earnings and paid appearances, but he's still got to do his time.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
8 years. What do you do? I wonder. Well, they're married, so I know this seems shallow, but this is how men think. You get conjugal visits, right?
I believe so. I'm not
Okay.
100%. I haven't had like a behind, bars type of situation.
Would you wait for 8 years if your man was locked up, Brandy? Hypothetically,
In the space that I'm in now, yes,
Yeah.
I would wait.
you can wait 8 years.
I can definitely wait 8 years. I'm chilling.
You're good.
I'm chilling right now, yeah.
You're not having sex or nothing.
I'm chilling.
You're chilling.
I'm chilling.
Celibacy train.
I'm chilling. I'm all about me
Yeah.
and my daughter right now.
Okay.
I'm not.
You're not even tripping.
8 is a
years.
lot.
Tracy, I know you.
You
couldn't
got to
wait.
go
Okay.
through 4, then another 4, and you finally reach 8. That's a long time.
Yeah, I couldn't wait 8 years. Nah.
But you have, I feel like if you open up the room for communication, you might get some hall passes.
Yes, I wouldn't even play with it. I would just tell her, hey, you're going to be down for 8 years. Let's talk when you get out.
Oh, Sway.
8 years? What? I'm
You're
supposed to be
nicer than that.
Celibate for 8 years? That's not going to happen. Brandy?
Wow.
Thank you.
Sorry, Brandy.
Thank you for coming through, Brandy. And good luck with the show. Zoe Ever After is an extremely funny show. I see a lot of success in it. And,
Thank you,
and
Sway.
please get back in the studio, too.
I will. I will.
And it's good to know you won't be smoking joints while you're recorded.
Yeah, that
You
wouldn't
don't-
be a good look.
you don't
I'm
smoke
not going to
joints.
come out for 3 more years if I do that.
Yeah,
Grade
you be on the
8
couch.
MILF.
Instead of sitting in your room, you be sitting on the couch.
Stupid.
Brandy. All right, that's Brandy, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we got DJ 8-Track. He's going to be our special guest DJ. Sway in the Morning, Shade 4-5.
It's Sway in the morning, only
On Shade 45.